All right, all right. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Hopefully tonight's the night I finish the first rap project on the VigilanteWilliamson, which I still have a couple songs done. I've written technically 5.5, but basically 6 of the 8 songs I want to do. The whole point of taking this week off was to do these songs. A back injury kind of slowed me down. It really, I know, honestly, it sucked. And I've just slept away this vacation. That said, the sleep has been great. It has been great to just really just sleep deeply. But I become nocturnal, so I'm up at night and sleep during the day, which I had to stop because I got to get back to work in a few days. Hey, Cotton, appreciate you being here. Hey, Richard, appreciate you being here. Cotton's been on alert mode, but still appreciate it. Shout out to the video I did about the Lions. Got a lot of people talking, a lot of people watch. Got 350 views. That's always good on this side. I still say Cotton because I know who you are. I still kind of call y'all by your old names, right? But yeah, I think the quarterback thing, and I keep seeing that, not just for the Lions, just everyone blames the quarterback at first. Algernon is Cotton in Spanish, so it fits. They just blame the quarterback. And listen, sometimes the quarterback contracts are crazy, but it's like, man, this is a bad team. And if you put another quarterback in this situation, it'd still be a bad team. So, but I don't know. NFL is gay. I made that video. I didn't watch any games this week. After the Lions lose, or I know the Lions are done, it gets harder to watch football. And it doesn't help. Every fucking week, there's another janky-ass call. I forgot what was the one. I saw it, but it was just like every week, they're sold out to red zone. I did kind of sell out to red zone. I'm not doing that next year. To be fair, this year they did not show that many commercials. It barely mattered. The channel name is still the same. It just makes us, they all make us go by our ads. I don't understand that. And I don't know why YouTube does that. Especially because the whole ad phenomenon, that was like 2010 when it was like cool because the first, the Twitter and early Instagram, like what's the ad? And it was like at such and such. I mean, now nobody even thinks about that. Right? But whatever. Your handle, I guess wasn't that the phrase, the handle? Nobody cares. It's like use the regular name, use the name that I can control and change. It's stupid. But it's YouTube. They're afraid of fucking money. Yeah, shout out to App Pussycrusher 420 69 69 60s. Yeah, now it would be 67, right? Or it might just be 67, right? Shout out to Pussycrusher. Yeah, it would be 69 67. But that's just like okay. That era of the internet, I think is over. I don't know. They're just going. YouTube's been the most afraid of money. There's no reason YouTube's not the biggest platform on earth, and maybe it is. But it could have, and it should, and it still should. But Twitch came out. Oh, let's try to be Twitch, and then let's try to be TikTok, and now you're nothing. You're not YouTube. You're not TikTok. You're not Twitch. I don't even know. I don't know. That's a very good question. Is YouTube making money? I finally put an ad blocker on, so if we watch videos, they won't be making money off me. I don't know if they are. Because, everything doesn't make money. Like, Netflix doesn't make money. People only don't nothing like it. Yeah, I don't know if they are. I think people do more donations on Twitch and Kick. Right? So at least they're getting that piece, and they struggle to make money. Because here's the thing, man. We look at the internet, we don't realize no matter how far in the future you go with internet, it still has to go to a big-ass server in a room with a bunch of servers. Somebody has to have some physical server space, physical hard drives. And then, it's nothing. People can send Cash out, shout out to Ogre Squasher. When he sends stuff, he sends it through Stream Elements. It doesn't go through YouTube. Nah, you can send me a super chat through YouTube. Sometimes, but I mean, I don't even get that directly. It takes until it gets to $100 before they'll give it to me. I've only got paid off YouTube one time in 5 years. Between super chats and everything, y'all got it over 100. Thank you for that. I got paid. That was earlier this year. That was the first time I ever got paid off YouTube, like directly from YouTube. But I got paid plenty off of the super chats that through Stream Elements. Stream Elements bot just went by. Stream Elements is still active. I don't really promote it as much, but if y'all want to support, and people have supported, I can't get mad. I'm not about to go total content creator like, oh, you haven't paid my bills. The fact that y'all have given anything, you listen. I do need to upgrade this mic again. I have an old mic. They're different styles. I have a condenser mic. I don't know what happened to it. It just stopped working. I can get another condenser. Yes, they do take a percentage. So if you go through Cash App or you go through Stream Elements, that goes through my PayPal or PayPal. Those are all better than YouTube. And honestly, I would probably still push them over YouTube. It's cool to be able to do direct in the platform because a lot of people are just used to that. But I mean, I don't know if is YouTube profitable. That's a good ass question. Let's ask Google itself. Is YouTube profitable? So Google, let's just see what they say. Obviously, I'm asking you, are you getting money? It says yes, highly profitable for its parent company, Alphabet. I keep forgetting they names Alphabet. I always still call them Google. Generating $36 billion advertising revenue. Whew. That's good money. Ads and subscriptions, $50 billion. That's late 2024. 2.7 billion monthly users, 100 million premium. 36 billion is a good chunk of change. How much server space does it cost? Because it still costs. So that's what they telling you. They telling you Reddit. We can get into Reddit. I don't know. So they say it made 36 billion. That I don't know if that's profitable. That's revenue. 36 billion is revenue. You still got to put your costs in. You still got to pay people. You still got to pay whoever it takes to maintain it. You still got to pay for those servers. You still got to buy new servers constantly. And a lot of them. Like, you're not just buying like a server. You're buying them by the thousands. By the hundreds and the thousands. So I don't know how much the server space costs. Because that's the big cost. So, but they say they're profitable. They say they're making money. They say a lot of things, though. They also told you that they sold 4 million Switches, though. Nintendo told you that. And they also tell you that they hiring. All these companies tell you that. So people say things. You know what I mean? I don't doubt their revenue numbers. I bet you it costs more. I can believe they're making $36 billion in advertising. They sold another kind of Switch, not the game system, right? I can believe they're making that, but I don't believe that's enough to cover the servers. You know how many channels there are on YouTube? I complain about people not watching me. Do you know how many channels there are that are active to this day and nobody watches? But each time I've put multiple terabytes of material on these servers myself. I'm just one dude. I have probably put terabytes, not gigs, terabytes. I've probably put I mean, think about how many hours of video I have just on this channel and done stuff for other people. Please, I probably put a whole server worth of material myself as one dude. A whole server, a whole blade system myself. Let me see how many servers. But I'm not about that. Now I'm just going into the weeds. But I'm sure I put in several terabytes, if not dozens of terabytes, on this platform. Because I mean, if you stream, you're talking about live streaming hours, and I'm just one dude. There's people who stream more than me. There's people who are way more active than me. Please, man. Please. That's what I mean. Yeah, there's a dude you've been sub to since you were 13. He's only at 1K. It's people like that. Yeah, and there's millions of those motherfuckers, and all that server space count, and they're not. YouTube's not making money off me. That's why it's stupid that they shit on me, and they're not making money off of that dude, and they're not making money off millions of accounts like that. Those all costs. They're just all costs because it's free. Now, maybe they can sell the data, and maybe they can get something with that, but I don't know. Who they going to sell the data to? They're Google. Who they going to sell the data to? I guess there's some data brokers and merchants and shit that may want it, but like, who would want it more than them? Who wants the data? You know what I mean? Whoever you would sell the data to wants to sell the data to you. They're Google. Like, so it's just like, yeah, what they gonna do with the data from the Batman Arkham stream? So it's like, I don't see where the money's coming from. Not on all the accounts and stream. That's why it made sense. Their OG algorithm, and that's how we got a lot of the people that became YouTube stars. They were just assholes in their room, and they kept showing them because YouTube wanted more people to get stars, so you watch more of it because they were fighting for something. And so they made their algorithm so if you could pop on there, you put enough work, you would get seen. And they wanted you to get seen, and they wanted as many people to get seen as possible. Once they got past a certain point, or some people say they lost track of the algorithm. I've heard that being said too. Like, hey, they're behind the 8 ball on their own algo, and I can believe that. I can absolutely believe that. And then listen, there's stretches where YouTube has been favorable to me, so I'm not just gonna totally. That's why I can believe they lost track of their algorithm and they fucked it up and they don't know how to fix it. I can believe that because it just used to. You would think, if a channel is active, I want as many people to see it. Now you subscribe. If you subscribe to a channel, kiss of death. You'll never see it again unless you check. Now, which I've been doing. Check your subscribers because they'll never show them on your front page again. That front page used to be perfect. The fucking Homeland, I mean, it was perfect. Everything about it was perfect, and they fucked it up. And I don't know how they fucked it up, and I don't think they do it either. I think they would kill to go back. Now, they don't want to go totally back to where they was, if you used to be able to find guys like Alex Jones or find all the conspiracy shit. But then again, I don't know if that still is hot. When it was theoretical, it was cool, but now that the shit's confirmed, it's like, well, I mean, Diddy and Epstein have already happened now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was 90% of the shit was talking about that type of shit before it became public knowledge, right? Now, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, is that even as hot? Because even when I see shit like, oh, NBA YoungBoy's demonic. Okay, well, thanks, man. I guess I'll watch this. I got a half an hour to do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I actually watched it. Like, I guess because I have a bad back and I can't move, I'll watch this. But, this is not, this ain't really information. This is not, exactly. I don't really give a fuck. Thanks. I can't fucking move, though, so I got a half hour to kill. I'll check this out. You know what I mean? Like, the conspiracy data, honestly, it's gotten a lot harder to watch because it's just like, it's nothing. It's not. Yeah, it should be called oracles. It's nothing conspiracy. They all came true. I feel like a lot of the conspiracy truth theory community, they don't really got shit to talk about. What do you say? Everything's been confirmed. And that's why they'll just do redundant topics. Oh, yeah, there's like a broken CD. Oh, this guy's evil. Well, this guy, and then they'll show you the evidence. Yeah, here's him saying he's demonic. Here's his crazy video with an upside down cross. That's why it's become kind of gimmicky, right? Because they just showing you shit that's like, oh, this pop star's evil, and it's like a bunch of them with satanic poses. Like, well, yeah, they are. It's not incorrect at all, but it's like, well, I don't even know who this person is, man. Like, I don't even know who they are. Sometimes it would show motherfuckers, I swear, I don't know who they are. They're evil. First, Sabrina Carpenter's evil. Well, I'm sure she is. Sure she is, man. Like, I don't care. You don't care either. I can hear it in your voice. You don't care, but you designed this channel around conspiracies, and there ain't shit else to talk about because everything's been confirmed. What do we talk about? The data centers that's fucking up all the resources to show us a bunch of 6-7 brain rot? We already know. What are we talking about? The fucking World Economic Forum crashing the money? We already know. You know what I mean? Hey, Ratstruco. Speaking of streaming, appreciate you. I kind of keep catching stream. Happy New Year. Wish you nothing but blessings, success. Same with you. I have not looked at the next draft yet. Brandon Holland, appreciate you being here. Shout out to my, I never know if I should keep making sports videos or not, man. Sometimes they do nothing. Other times they'll take off. Yeah, BlackRock, Diddy, Vanguard, the Mountain Dew conspiracy. I love the Mountain Dew conspiracy, man. Y'all heard about that? Let me see if I can find that. The Mountain Dew conspiracy. Every time they introduce a new Mountain Dew, it's like an attack on the world. So the conspiracy, they all thought, once these conspiracies, once people know, man, they'll change the world, man. People just don't. Now we all know all this shit, man. Let me see if I can find that. Baja Midnight? Okay, let's see. Tech bros are taking over the world. They already have it. Cotton has heard it. The cycle will continue. Only question is which country's bankers decide as their next home, right? What the next currency is called, whose military they'll use to enforce it, basically. Yeah, you are sleeping if you don't see it. Well, I say they already have it. They already got the world. Here's some of y'all heard it, but here we go.
The internet is freaking out because Mountain Dew just dropped a brand new midnight version of their iconic Baja Blast. And if you're like me, you might be asking yourself why. And apparently, it's because a lot of people online believe in the Mountain Dew conspiracy theory. So let's take a look at the evidence. In May of 2001, Mountain Dew announced their brand new drink flavor, Code Red, 5 months before the tragic events of September 11th. Then, Baja Blast was released in 2004, 5 months before the Boxing Day tsunami that tragically took the lives of over 200,000 people. Mountain Dew Voltage hit stores in 2008, right around the global financial crisis, and Pitch Black was released just a few months before the massive CrowdStrike IT outage. People also point to Maui Burst and the Maui wildfires, even though the drink came out 4 years earlier, not 4 months like some people like to claim, and the Star-Spangled Splash and the Baltimore Bridge collapse, even though this flavor came out after the fact. So yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. The internet is freaking out because Mountain Dew just dropped a brand new
Mountain Dew's predicting the world, man. Predictive programming, brothers. They all have the same voice. There is a lot of symbolism. That's no lie. I love they all have the same voice. Hey, yo, the tech shit, I mean, I was, I just had to deal with, y'all gonna laugh. My fucking smoke detector, the battery needed to be replaced. And instead of just doing the stereotypical beep, that motherfucker was like a siren. So my poor dog, I just tossed him in the car. I have to, whoever designed this, the goddamn smoke detector is up too high. So I tried my step stool. I couldn't get to it. I had to go get a fucking damn near a Jeff Hardy ladder. That's what I keep thinking of, Jeff Hardy. Like, please, I don't want to fall off this fucking thing. I had to go get a ladder so I can fucking fix it. Anyways, I'm walking through Walmart and looking at all these cheap-ass 50-inch massive fucking TVs. So first I got to think, at least you heard it. I didn't want to get into the stereotypes. But that there's no not hearing it. It wasn't just beep. It was it was like, oh, fuck. My dog's freaking out. I just took him with me because I didn't want him to sit here and deal with that. In any event, I'm walking around the TVs thinking about first, remember when these was all expensive and shit. I mean, it's like $230 for these massive 50, 60-inch TVs. But you know why that is, right? It's not just the cost have gone down because manufacturing costs down. Yes, that's a part of it. But it's because they want your data. That's what TVs sell. They make them basically at cost. they get their profit. Don't get me wrong, because they're so cheap to make now. But the idea is they sell your data. They sell your watching habits. How profitable is this? I'm not a data broker. I'm not a marketer. I'm not sure why everybody needs to spy on us all the time at every moment, man. I don't get it. I get it to some extent, but every fucking little weenie ass marketing company needs this data of me fucking watching Miami Vice. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Anti-Semitism, like, who cares? What are you doing? What are you going to do with this information, man? What are you going to do? How is any money going to be made? But then again, you know what, though? And a lot of stuff, it's the potential money. That's what the stock market is all about. Well, we may make money off it. So that potential makes it valuable. Right? I can't deal with the beep. I hate that I don't know how that became a stereotype. I can't deal with the beep. And maybe it's because I live with dogs and have lived with dogs for such a long time. And dogs can't deal with the beep. And they're not going to like your dog, I don't know if anyone has a dog. If they hear the beep, they're not going to let it off. Like, if I watching a video and they joke, because that's the dude thing, right? They'll have a joke and, the beep, because it's black people, suck my dick. Fucking child rapist. And anyway, you hear that beep on the video, my dog freaks out, man. I can't live with it. I can't. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to sell a random dude from Houston watching hardcore porn. Hey, like, what are you going to do with this information, man? What are you going to do? At least when I was like a prawn addict, you can maybe sell me more prawn, right? Hey, there's bigger booties over here. I mean, maybe. But what else are you going to do with this information, man? It's not, I'm not that valuable, big dog. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to just, I'm just going to give you thousands of dollars because now you know this information. Like, no, like, what the fuck? I'm sure somebody has put a smoke alarm beeping as a part of like a beat or a part of a backing track. Somebody has. I mean, I hear it as memes, but yeah, man, I don't know. I thought about this with the TVs too, because that's the big thing. Oh, they sell that. I mean, that wouldn't be hard. I could do that right now. You know, that might be some exercise to do. Sample something and what was the sampler that? I don't really use the samplers I have some cheaper sampler programs. I don't really use them. I just use my iPad to sample right now as far as beats. But let me see if I can actually pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that up. If Grace can get this done as a quick. Let me see. Do I still have Grace? So I'm off screen. I'm looking at my I opened up my DAW. I think it was called Grace. Yeah, Grace. Sample map. How come I can't hear it? Oh, maybe hold on a second. No, I can't hear it. I can't hear anything. Okay. Maybe I can't do it. I'm sitting there trying to see if I can't do it live, but I can't figure out why I can't hear anything. Maybe that's it. Oh, that's why. It just couldn't. Okay, yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. All right, I'm about to, just for shits and giggles, sample. Hopefully you guys can see it. And I can't see what you guys are saying, so you guys are saying some shit. All right, we got the sampler. I'll bring it up so you guys can see. So right now you just have samples. I have like a bottle clink. I think I got a cowbell loaded. Y'all probably heard that sound on a lot of beats. So let's just let's go online. Just use this. And then beep noise. No, that's not the beep we want. Okay, you got smoke detector. If I can spell. Oh, see, my dog already just freaked out at that. All right, let's find a way to sample it in. I know, Zeus. I know. See, Zeus is right here. See, I can't. He's right here freaking out because I did that. All right. Zeus. I know. That was annoying, wasn't it? That was annoying. So now, what's the best way to actually live sample it? Does it have a live sampling option? Hold on, let me actually now see what you guys say, because now I got to comfort my dog for a little bit. Uh-oh, you get it. Wrong stuff. Okay. You said Chargers paid the refs off, Texas paid off the kicker. There's levels to this. Keyboard all smoke alarm sample. Yeah, it's not that hard. I'm going to send the Chinese spy this dude in Houston because he watched SpongeBob. Absolutely. This doesn't sound like a good idea. It's not a good idea, but it's not that hard. It's just trying to do it live. So, yeah, poor Zeus, you're going to be pissed. Now, I usually, when I sample stuff off of YouTube, I actually usually use another Streamlabs. I don't know if they are, I use OBS. It's like Streamlabs OBS. I'm not sure if it's going to let me record. Okay, looks like it might. All right, Zeus. So this is what it's, you can see. This is, uh-oh. It's going to Inception? Oh, it is going to Inception. Okay, well, while that's Inceptioning, where the hell is smoke detector sound? There we go. Okay, Zeus. I'm sorry. Okay. I got it. We got it, Zeus. We got it. Okay, so now we got that recorded. All we got to do, I think it's in our videos. Okay, it's taking a while to load this video. Zeus, I know. You like, brother. Yeah, the dog. So I can't just ignore it, even if I wanted to, because of this damn dog. Is it going to let me? There you go. Sorry, I'm just trying to move. Did the audio even pick up? Oh, they didn't record the audio. Oh, man. Okay, this is starting to fail, and my dog won't move. Zeus, are you going to move? Move. Move. Okay, now he did move. Let me do something so Zeus gets less annoyed. You guys might be annoyed, though. Oh, it didn't record the audio. The audio was muted when it recorded. Oh, shit. Okay, hopefully I don't have to. Well, this has gone to shit. Which I knew it would. But we're here. I can't give up now. Okay, is it gonna work? Well, we'll try it again. Okay. Okay. Let's just move this track. And let's try this again. Refresh. Okay. First off, can you guys make sure you guys can even hear this shit? This fucking nightmare that I've inflicted because you asked the question. There we go. So now that we have this, okay. Let me just clean up the sample, and I'm just gonna export the sample to where is this folder? Does it tell me where this folder is? Add directory. Show Window Explorer. There we go. That's the songs. Oh, songs and beats samples. Okay. So go here, click here. What is it? Export. Render. No, I'm not gonna do the master mix. And this would take a lot quicker if I wasn't an idiot. Select the media items. I'm just gonna call it beep. And then I'm just gonna go into the samples that's in the same right here. So save, render. Okay, so now the beep, this beep, we can mute this, should be here. It is. There we go. Now, just load it. And oh, you can kind of do something with it, honestly. After all that bullshit. So thanks, man. Actually, I might use that. After all that bullshit, that actually is kind of useful, man. So there you go. There you go. That's why you see shit through the end. That was a disaster, but it worked. How about that? So now I got that sound. Now you got. Now I'm trying to find you guys. Got all these fucking windows up. Oh shit! Am I even in the right OBS? Did you guys even hear that? Let me see. This. Let's do it again. So now I got an instrument out of the beep. So I don't know how much of that you saw. I don't know how much of that I fucked up. It was kind of a disaster, but it also kind of worked out. So thanks. I did. It was a disaster. It took a while to get there, but we got there. I might use that, like for real, for real. I don't know if I might not stereotypically use it, but that's a usable sound, and I just have it forever. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Like, that's a very usable sound. I need to do that more often, honestly. Call it white noise. I don't know. I probably won't. I'll probably use it in a track and won't, like, call attention to it being what it actually is. Now you guys are arguing what you're supposed to call it. Both are clever. Both are clever. But yeah, after that, that's yeah. So yeah, you can sample that beep into a keyboard. Like I said, that's actually definitely a usable sound. But I'm not gonna like call attention to it. Snow Bunny. That's an alternate title. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm stereotypically making a beat with the beep. You know what? I say that. That's the type of shit that goes viral. That's the type of shit that the people want. Smells like wet dog. Okay. Stop letting those Jeets on Black Twitter. So I just show you how racist Indian people was. That Black Twitter turned out was a bunch of Indian motherfuckers. They was calling y'all snow roaches, all sorts of crazy shit that I had never in my 38 years of life heard. Yakubians, all sorts of shit. But if I played into that, if I like did that in a much more smoother edit, if I edit that smooth and then made a beat off of it, that would be something to do. I might do that later on or tomorrow, honestly. Why not? Why not? If I come up with a beat If I can come up with a beat off of it, I'll do it. If I gotta come up with a cool, at least a decent beat. But that type of shit to go viral. That's the type of shit to go viral that people find interesting. So yeah. Zombies riding up in the snow. They was calling y'all all sorts of ignorant shit. Y'all blaming us. Blaming us. It was fucking Ahmed or some shit calling you a snow roach. I didn't say it. Are we not on Kick or Twitch? Uh-oh. No, it looks like we should be on both. What the fuck is going on Twitch? Try to. Okay, we're live. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And shout out to, oh man, I need to say what up to the question. The question sometimes will watch me on Twitch. He said something and he left. You're more racist than people are usually comfortable with. Yeah, you are. Most of the internet is. The internet is way more racist than reality, man. Honestly, sometimes it gets to me, sometimes it don't. I'm not going to lie. Because it's like, come on, bro. And I'm starting to hate the term DEI. Especially when, listen, DEI and affirmative action traditionally benefits white women more than any other group. But not anytime, especially I'm looking at the NFL, anytime a black coach fucks up, he can't just be a fuck up. A white coach fucks up, he's just a fuck up. But a black, he's a DEI hire. It's like, come on. You only hired him for DEI. Like, well, nah, that's not. Like, okay, Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh, basically the same sort of thing, right? Where, I guess no, he won with fucking Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. They were not his players. They were there first. He won a championship a while ago. He's been kind of mid the whole time. They make the playoffs each year. They're the same coach, Harbaugh and Tomlin. They both deserve to get fired, to be honest. They both probably will be fired. No matter what happens Sunday, they both deserve to get fired. No matter what happens Sunday, unless one of those teams makes the fucking Super Bowl, to me, they both got to get fired. But they'll say, Tomlin's DEI hire. Like, man, come on, man. Like, come on. He could be incompetent. He could be Doc Rivers. Jets fans are pissed at Aaron Glenn. See, the thing with the Jets, and I mean, I don't know what to tell the Jets. Like, hey, bro, I mean, y'all can fire Aaron Glenn. Y'all probably going to fire y'all next 3 or 4 coaches no matter what the fuck happens because y'all the Jets. I hate to just break it to y'all, man. Just like that's what I don't want the Lions to go back there. So that's why, I want them to figure shit out. But that's just the reality. The reality is you're probably going to fire Aaron Glenn. Whether you do it next year, this year, or a year after that, then you're going to hire another motherfucker. You're probably going to fire him after 2 or 3 years. And then you're going to hire another motherfucker, and then you're probably going to fire them after 2 or 3 years. That's probably what you're going to do because you're the Jets. And it's not going to get any better. I hate to say it. Shout out to Matt. I know he a Jets fan. But it's like, man. And I'm not trying to escape for Aaron Glenn. Because they don't even have he's a defensive coach. They don't even have an interception. Like, I mean, what do you do? So I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to get fired. Because they're a bad team. But you're the Jets. You're not going to improve. And I hate to be an asshole and just say like it doesn't matter. But what evidence that do you have that it does matter? They haven't even had a winning season since like 2015. They were only really good like once or twice my entire life. What evidence do you have that the Jets is going to get better? It doesn't really matter what they do to Aaron Glenn. Just like it don't matter. I don't know who their next coach is going to be after Aaron Glenn. Don't matter what happened with him. They're not going to win. Like, you're not going to win. There's a reason they did this whole Aaron Rodgers gimmick a couple years ago because they wanted something to shake them out of the failure loop. Y'all good going to the hey, I mean, that's a popular subject on the modern internet. Jets were so pissed they said there's no signs of him being a contributor on defense. started going back and red flagging his DC hits. There was times when we wanted to fire AG was a big thing a few years ago. Fears the past went from dynasty collapse, fully rebuilt faster than Jets could do a single rebuild. Well, that's on them. Who's that on? Yeah, that's true. And I appreciate you being here, OG. Look at the Detroit teams, various sports. People said that about the. I mean, it does. But it was true for the longest time for all the sports. Now we're in a pretty good space right at this moment, even though, and obviously the Lions are not that great. But that's just this year. If you look at the past few years, the Pistons have improved, the Tigers have improved, even the Red Wings have improved, and they have been in the doldrums for a while. And the Lions have improved. I don't know if the Red Wings have been in the playoffs, but all the other teams have been in the playoffs at least once the past 2 or 3 years. Shout out to the Pistons. The Pistons look very much improved. I think the Pistons could at least make the ECF, Eastern Conference Finals. Don't know that they will, but they could. Could. Part of that is the East being wide open. Don't follow sports, so I don't have strong opinions. Or evidence, but you hear about the rebounds. Yeah, it does happen. Listen, I hope the Jets can rebound for Matt's sake. I know he's a Jets fan. Jets and Mets. That's always a weird thing. The New York, because there's two New York teams for a lot of sports. Honestly, is it for all? No, they got two teams for all sports, at least. And then multiples if you could consider like Bills and shit like that, in New Jersey and all that other stuff. And it's interesting that there's like a good. Well, for basketball they don't have a good team. Shout out to the Knicks, but the Knicks aren't like, you know what I mean, some historic franchise. But in baseball, they have the Yankees, which is the most historic franchise of any sport. And then they got the Mets, right? And they got the Giants, which the Giants aren't perfect, but the Giants have won multiple Super Bowls throughout the years. They won in the 80s, they won in the 2000s, and then you got the Jets. They got one Super Bowl way back in 1969. Yeah, that's what I mean, basically. Like it's weird that they have so many fans that cheer for the poor one, right? Like, I don't know how many White Sox fans there are. Seems like most fans in Chicago are Cubs fans. Like even though both, you can argue again with them, both are the poor one. Even though the White Sox, no, the Cubs won in 2016. Why can I forget that? Mets can win 40 games in a row, miss the playoffs. The Mets are just, you know what I mean? They're just a cursed franchise. I think the Lions might be a cursed franchise. We had a chance 2 years ago. That was the closest we've ever come to a Super Bowl. I'm afraid that's the closest we'll ever get. They did beat the Astros. That was when the Astros were in the NL, yeah. Which it is weird that the Astros in my lifetime has switched conferences or switched leagues. Every 10 years ago, they'll make a trade, get a superstar, change the teams for. Yeah, every about 10 years there is like something happens. Just for the Jets, it's been a long time. It's been longer than that. It's been 2015 they had the was it Fitzmagic? They did have a year. I want to say 2015 or 2014. Where they won like 10 games. I think they had, was it Fitzmagic, that quarterback? 2015 Jets. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that was the year they had Fitzpatrick as their quarterback, and they won 10 games, right? Yeah. I don't know if did they miss the playoffs? I'm just looking at the Wikipedia. I can show you guys. So this is 2015. So I guess you're sort of right that at least 1 year out of 10 years you're going to be decent, right? So they went 10-6. They were the second team in the division. And they just missed the playoffs. So they must not have lost the tiebreaker with the Steelers. They lose to the Steelers? They play them? Must have had a different tiebreaker. Whatever it is. So they did have that 2015 Fitzmagic year, Ryan Fitzpatrick. That was it. That's it for the Jets. So 2015, the last time they had a winning year, and they didn't even make the playoffs. Shout out to the Jets, man. Shout out to the Jets. I wish them the best. If they fire AG, if they keep AG, I wish them the best. They are absolutely due for a rebound. Takes one snow bunny in the room, whatever the Pistons got going on. Don't say that. So white people are the global minority. Suicide. Well, maybe it's the maid. Having one of your countries say, hey, let's just off you if you have a foot injury. That can't be good. Like, that can't help. Yeah, the Bucks used to be in the Western Conference, too. Man, but new name for Sam Darnold trying to get it to go viral. What's that? Yeah, teams do switch conferences. And we will probably have another team switch conference in basketball once they because they're going to expand they're going to expand with Vegas and Seattle. That's going to happen. Surprised they're bullshitting on it. Between Maine and abortions and good. Memphis. Yeah, I always thought it was weird Memphis is in the West. And Minnesota. Memphis and Minnesota, they should be in the East. And they probably will be in the East after you add Vegas and Seattle to balance it out. The Ginger General. I can see people calling them that. Can you add it to I don't know how they be adding weird nicknames to the Football Reference, the Ginger General. You know, it's an anagram. But yeah, Memphis and, like I said, Minnesota's right near. Minnesota's not that far from Milwaukee, yet they're in the West. Milwaukee's in the East. And Milwaukee's not that far from Chicago, yet they're, you know what I mean? That's all, well, relatively close. I say that. Minnesota to Chicago is, like 6-hour drive. But still, it's, you know. I don't know. But like I said, they'll probably switch that. Yes, exactly 6 hours, Minneapolis to Chicago. But Minneapolis to the next closest West Coast team is what? The next closest West Coast team might be in Texas. Like, I don't know where, Minneapolis is nowhere near any other team in the West. They're not near Denver. They're not near none of those teams. But they're still in the West. So that's just how it goes. And then Memphis, like you said, Memphis is damn near aligned. Like, and then I guess you can argue with saying with New Orleans. There's a few teams. That West Coast line in hockey and basketball is weird. I don't know. The Hub City questions. Shout out to the questions. One of my fantasy teams was called the Questions, which actually I need to check. I think, despite me being pissed at fantasy, let me see what my final record was. I didn't even watch the Monday night game. I didn't watch the Monday night and Sunday night game. So I won one championship, was second place in one league and ninth place in another league. So I was in 6 leagues, one title, one runner-up, 6 leagues on 2 platforms. I did Yahoo and ESPN. So on Yahoo, I won a championship, lost a championship, and was in 9th place in another league. And ESPN, I'm 3rd place in 2 leagues. And I fucking lost the championship. Fuck. I lost by like 2 points. Oh, fuck. I lost by less than a point. What the fuck? That shit like that pissed me off. At least I got one. Shout out to Drake London doing nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. If I'd have had any other receiver for Drake London, I would win another championship. But man, I'm never doing fantasy again. Never doing fantasy again. Bullshit you not. We'll never do it again, bro. 6 leagues, 1 championship. Should have won 5 championships out of the 6. Only win 1. Lost 1 by a damn point. Fuck Drake London. What the fuck? And fuck Josh Allen for being good. And how 1 point. Drake London had 1 reception for 4 yards. You fucking motherfucker. And they somehow beat the Rams? What the fuck? This whole just fucking Vegas is playing. Fuck Vegas. Fuck Vegas. Kyle Pitts is why I lost another championship because I didn't put him in. I started Harold Fanning over him, and then he has literally the best game of any tight end in like 20 years. It was like the best game since Shannon Sharp. He had like 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards. Like, I'm not bullshit. Like 170 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like the best tight end game in like 20 years. Had him on the bench. If he would have started, I could have at least went on to the next round of my money league. Fuck gambling. If you ain't learned nothing from this channel, fuck gambling. I will never do that shit again. I will never do fantasy football again. And it sucks because fantasy football in this shitified world was something I just go on YouTube. There's a few channels I like. They were decent content. It was decent to watch. But fantasy football is the biggest fucking scam. And at least I didn't do the daily prop bets. There are motherfuckers who are coming out. You know, all I did was put $20 in one pot and $20 in another pot at the beginning of the season. I spent $40 on this and was freaking out. There are motherfuckers who spend hundreds of dollars each weekend on the NFL. Even you spending $50 each weekend on the NFL. Gambling little prop bets, gambling little parlays and shit. Fuck gambling. Fuck fantasy football. Fuck fantasy sports. I'm never doing it again. Never doing it again. Because I came so close. Fuck FanDuel. They scheduled the Eagles versus Bills snow game in December and all the snow melted. Kyle Pitts is a fraud. Drake London provided nothing. Society is degenerating. I'm going to regenerate because I'm done with this shit. I can't. I feel bad for people who are addicted to gambling. But it could never be me because I can't lose. I hate losing too much to constantly put myself in position to lose. I mean, I play tech, and that's about as much as I can do. I can't just do something and then lose money every week. Lose money every week. I couldn't do it. This shit made me angry. I thought I was going to at least win 2 championships. Okay, 2 out of 6. That's not bad. I just knew I was going to win this one. To lose by a point, and have a receiver just do nothing. And then, Jahmyr Gibbs, thank you for that, doing just about nothing. Like, I knew I was going to lose. I was in 3 title games. I knew I was going to lose 1. I was pretty sure I was going to lose the other or win the other 2. But nope, lost by a fucking point. And even in this one, I had Jahmyr Gibbs and Sucky Bucky Irving and J-Mo providing nothing. And Jared Goff providing nothing. Providing fucking nothing. These motherfuckers get paid millions of dollars to provide nothing. Terrible gambling. Yeah, that's the one thing Idiocracy did forget. Because now you can gamble on anything. You can gamble on the temperature. Y'all see Kalshi? That's the site you can gamble on politics. You can gamble on what color tie Donald Trump is going to wear next time you see him. You can gamble on anything. You can gamble on. So if I would have won, could have started quitting viewers. Jesus. Hey, Fizz. If I would have won in the one money league, I think I would have got. No, for the home league, I got 200. And for the other league, I think it was like 100 to win, 50 for second place, 25 for third place, something like that. So I could have been up 300. And granted, again, that was the whole season. Some people gamble every week. It is what it is. Don't gamble, kids. Don't let I only spent $40. But I'm still pissed. And then I couldn't even do well in the non-paid leagues. I had a bunch of free leagues too. Still failed. But I did win 1. I am a fantasy champion What's the team called? Oh, you know what's crazy? I didn't even draft this team. The team that I won a championship. It says system play because I didn't draft it. I set the time up. I fucked up the draft and forgot it. So the only team I won with was drafted by the goddamn computer. I didn't even win. The computer drafted it. I managed the team, so I still had to do like waivers each week. But fuck it. Fuck it. Oh no, not you too. Absolute D-Generation X. Oh wait, you say you know what? I fucking gave up on dating. So I'm over here while all my friends are married or expecting kids. Oh man. I don't know what to say because I gave up before I even started the channel, so I don't know what to say. I don't want people to just give up on dating. If you believe in marriage and you believe in dating and you believe in love, don't give up. If you believe in love, don't give up. I don't care how old y'all is. That's for the whole chat. If you truly believe in marriage, you know that answer. I don't know the answer. If you truly believe in marriage and love, don't give up. Sometimes it just takes something. Sometimes some things take a little longer, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not talking to you, Richard. Not all. I ain't talking to you. I ain't even gonna say shit. People get married at every age. Y'all can still. If you still believe in love, you can still find love. If it takes some time, it may take some time. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do. I'm not gonna be on doom and gloom. Cause I listen. I get it. I get the frustration, but I also see like, despite all this shit you hear on the internet, there are both lonely men and lonely women. If we're talking about heterosexuals, right? There are plenty of heterosexual people who want to get into relationships. I cannot speak for everybody else. I haven't seen everybody else. I actually have seen you, Wade, right? I don't know any of y'all to have a fifth, like a second head or a third arm. I ain't gonna say any other appendages. I don't think any of y'all are mutated. So y'all should be able to find love. You don't do it. See, that's the thing that'll get you. You can bet on whether you get married on Kalshi. That's crazy. No, that's cool. I'm ready for the topic change. I don't want to keep talking about degenerate gambling. But see, that's how you get caught up. You saw a guy bet 100 for a parlay. He won 400, and you're like, oh shit. And then you think, oh, I could have won. And then don't let them have some easy predictions. Oh, I could have did that. Let me do that next. Let me get my FanDuel account. Let me get my what's the other one? DraftKings account. Or now they got this new shit, Underdog. Let me get my Underdog. Or let me get my whatever the new gambling shit they toss out. Don't do it. Don't do it. Fuck them parlays. Don't you know they make more money off parlays than anything? Third arm. I said third arm. I could have said something else. There's more women that are alone than we think. Just to post about it. I think that's potentially true. Everyone's story is different. Trust is a huge issue. Yeah, I get it. Trust is a word seldom heard by us hustlers. We don't sleep. We keep one eye up. Shout out to Jay. Stick to slots. No, don't even fuck with them slots. Don't fuck with them slots. Don't fuck with them sluts. Don't fuck with none of that shit. Been married once. Enough. Learned your lesson. Fair enough. Had some badass cool women. You're like, well, that's good, man. Underdog is when you doing the doggy roll over. No. Fun to watch them sweat. I see. He won -2 on the 49ers game. I missed that game, but that game looked crazy. Both Brock and fucking Kayla went nuts. It went crazy. But yeah, I don't give up. And Richard, listen, hey, you better, you attractive, pause. Attractive young man. Don't squander it. You know what I'm saying? Don't squander it because you know Everybody ages, everything changes. So make sure you got the money in the bank. Make sure you cash that bitch in. I don't know when. You ain't got to use it this year. You know, you're still young, but you got to use it this decade. You just turned 21, so you got 9 years to cash that bitch in. Not saying you can't get married after 30 either. You know what I mean? You can get married at 50, right? But it's like I would wager you probably do better in relationships. No disrespect to the rest of the chat. I know Cotton was a dope boy, so that has his own can of worms either way. But I would wager you do better in relationships than the average bear. Say about 25. Well, that should be a thing. No, it's okay, because this is a thing. So you said paws are beautiful. See, that's the thing. I am not photogenic. And with me, it's just too much damage done. I can't take the risk of having another chick look at me repulsed. I will die before that happens. I will never, ever have me liking a chick and a chick looking at me with like repulsiveness. That's happened way too many times. It happened at my limit. I didn't know it was, but that's it. It can never happen again. So that's what it will be. But everybody else, man, if you believe in love, go for it. And listen, it's okay to take breaks. Don't burn yourself out for it. And don't sell yourself out for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like a trickster. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna try to buy love. Don't do that shit. Or, you know what I mean, try to buy love with something else. Don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Just kill yourself trying to find it. Don't be, don't make it a method of stress, right? Because you can stress yourself out with this shit. But if you believe in it, it'll happen, man. It'll happen. Yeah, I wish everybody happiness. You don't trust human beings. I understand that. Women are like tigers. I like them. They're beautiful. I'm not trying to keep one in my house if things are dangerous. Fair enough. Definitely about 25. 25, he's young. He's only 21. Happy for the newly expected people. Social media was a weird thing. It's, as we see it, it's causing a lot of loneliness. There was a time 40, 50 years ago, and you know what? I think one of the worst words out there, this word settle, came to popularity the past 20, 30 years in social media. This idea that you're settling for somebody around you instead of just being fucking appreciative to have somebody. Just being appreciative to have somebody, because everybody's not going to get anybody and everybody's not going to get anybody forever. And because people think they can do better and they don't have respect for what they can get, a lot of hurt has been caused. That's another human being, motherfucker. Who the fuck are you? You're settling? That's a whole nother human being. And so the concept of settling and the concept of choice, the illusion of choice, put a lot of people in a bad way, where they really wrote off a lot of people that they should have been with. And I'm using the terms people because men and women do it. A lot of people, women want to settle, women apartments. Men do it too. Susie, her old flat ass and her old man. She ain't got a flat ass. She ain't. Dudes will do it too. Dudes will do it quicker sometimes. Settling. Oh, is this the chick? What's it? How many memes? The chick that likes you, the chick that you like. And so back 50 years ago, the chick that you like, that was who you might be married to. Like that might be it. The chick that you like, or the chick that like you, not the chick that you like, the chick that like you, that might be it, and that's just it. And y'all would quote unquote settle, but y'all, by the time you 10 years in, now you love this person, y'all already got kids, and you all invested. That don't happen anymore because people don't want to settle. Everyone can do better. All right, cool. So there's men and women. Like you said, the girl boss stuff. I see stupid stuff with that, but I'm like, I can't relate. I saw something where a girl was making $500,000, and she was mad that her man was only making $200,000. Like, I can't relate to this shit. If you that dumb, then go be alone. Go be alone so you don't reproduce for the rest of us, man. I think he was actually making $250,000. It's like, you two are two of the richest humans on earth, you idiot. Most people will never make $100,000 in a year, and you're oh well, he doesn't make enough. You're a fucking moron. You just die alone. Cool beans. They selling with Yoga Girl from Detroit. You see, I don't want to. I'm not. Listen, no homo again. I don't know if you can account for how. Oh man, you are. Listen, I'm not about to say shit because it's gonna sound gay as fuck. So I'm not about to say shit. But listen, not all of us are as photogenic. That's all I'm gonna say. We ain't all as photogenic. Oh, I want to see what you do with your mom all the time, so you be a good husband. That's nice. And listen, keep being a good son to your mom. That's good. That's positive. That's positive. That's positive. But yeah, a lot of us that don't happen to. And when I've had male friends who are a little bit more on the photogenic side, they don't always realize they like you're living in a different world than me, big dog. Enjoy the world, enjoy it. I don't live there, man. That shit that happens to you will never happen to me ever, man. Never. Never, big dog. Exactly. There's an expectation of perfection. No, humans need to work. Yeah, we're not perfect. We're not perfect. Not your prime. Hey, that's how you should feel. That's how you should feel. Don't let me hush your confidence either. I'm just not trying to. Nah, see, there's the sentence. If I can, you can. Nah, there's the disconnect. That's the sentence. If I can do it, you can. Nope, can't happen. That's like Shaq saying, "Well, if I could dunk, Muggsy, you can." But with Shaq and Muggsy, it's visually obvious. You're like, duh. The fuck, you're like 7'1", he's 5'3". Obviously, it's easy why he can, like, you can still dunk and he can't. I'm talking about, Muggsy, yeah, back in his day could, but right now he couldn't. Because, he's 50 or whatever, 60, whatever, however old they are, 50, 60. It's like, how come Shaq can still dunk at 7'1"? Well, he's 7'1". Muggsy's 5'3". It's because he's 50 and because of his height, right? Problem not social media and other crap. People don't talk. And these podcasts, man. I mean, listen, I'm grateful to the company Focusrite because they make studio equipment as well. A lot of this podcast equipment is also studio equipment. But boy, if we had a little less of it, if it was a little bit more expensive, the price of RAM went up. If the price of podcast equipment goes up, if the price of an interface, because you can get a USB interface and a mic for like $200, and you get tossed in a webcam for $300, you got a podcast. That price, you need to get back to like, no, you need a rack. So you hate your podcast? No, I'm not trying to knock you, bro. I'm not knocking anybody who has a podcast. I'm streaming right now. I'm just saying the whole podcast generation. You know what I mean? All these motherfucking goofy ass podcasts that just exacerbate relationship and gender issues as a means of generating viral moments and making more money. That's what I'm talking about. In particular, it's not just in that. There's a lot of hot take podcasts. They could be talking about sports. They could be talking about entertainment. They can talk about comics, video games. There's a lot of that. And they all have made society worse. But in specific, yeah, more red pill and the relationship, the women relationship too. You know, both of them. The relationship podcast, men or women, red pill or blue pill or any pill. Stop taking pills. There's this whatever podcast, not our own whatever. Wes Moody, shout out to Wes Moody, but that's how Gorlock the Destroyer came to be. All they do is they bring on OnlyFans models and then they shame them. But the gimmick is the models gain more notoriety and more subscriptions, and the people get viral content. Yes, Andrew Tate was on there. A lot of people have been on there. A lot of Daily Wire. The guy Michael Knowles has been on there. A lot of different online personalities are going there. Captain Candace Owens has been on there. The one, if you ever see this this ogre, shout out to Ogre Squasher. Hopefully he can squash this ogre. The girl Pearl has been on there, and then a lot of them they'll get their own podcast or their own setup coming off of there. Good. I'm not even gonna educate you into these losers. A lot of these people are losers, and then they'll bring on OnlyFans models, and they'll shame them, and they'll create unrealistic. The goal is to funnel people into those OnlyFans models, even though that's not the direct goal. That doesn't seem like it's the direct goal, but it is. It's like, hey, some people are going to follow the OnlyFans models. They're going to make more money. That's why they even go on these podcasts. But the real goal is to lower your self-esteem, to make you feel worse, to make you feel like you're never going to find anybody. In particular, this is targeted towards men. Making men feel like you're never going to find anybody. Might as well give an OnlyFans model your money. You're never going to find anybody. Women are this, that, and the third. And they basically laugh at they basically make fun of the OnlyFans models. They laugh at stupid people who are on. Yeah, they make fun of them, but they may end up making more money. Everybody ends up making more money off of it. The biggest shame will be making them irrelevant. Absolutely. They're giving them so much airtime. And that's all they focus on. And it's a hustle that's still hustling. It's a hustle that's still hustling. And if you think they're not running ads, I don't know what to tell you. I have to go back to that thing. They definitely run ads. They definitely put money behind it. They definitely got money behind them. So, that's what we're talking about, Wade. You got a podcast, do it. If it's a podcast, we need, you know what? If we are going to have podcasts, give us a podcast about something different. Give us a podcast about home improvement. Give us a podcast about being productive in some way. They do have, those podcasts. Now that could be a thing too. You got the achievement culture, the hustle culture, motherfuckers. So that could be obnoxious. No, we shouldn't be platforming hoes. And that's where, shout out to personal responsibility. Ask the question. There you go. I will watch question if you had a podcast. Right? Shout out to question. And shout out to question. I gotta, he'll watch on Twitch. He said something, but I didn't see it. So I'm sorry if you're watching on Twitch. But it's up to us to kind of make that irrelevant. It's up to us. Oh, does he? Where's it on? Is it just I know he does the little clips on Instagram. You just talking about those? Does he have like a full podcast? Hold on. Ooh, sorry about that. Hold on. Move. Hold on. Okay. So they're sneezing. Sorry about that. Oh, please. I'm trying not to sneeze again. Guess we start talking about bullshit. I'm allergic to the bullshit. Yeah, we don't need these podcasts. We could use interesting, helpful. Listen, I missed the classic Joe Rogan podcast. This is why the dumb phone revolution is beginning. People just want to turn this shit off, and who can blame them? Who could possibly blame anyone for wanting to get a lot of this shit? I got to stop doom scrolling as a habit. And then I hurt my back, so that's all I've been doing is just doom scrolling, popping ibuprofen, and laying down. Now my back is feeling a little bit better. I'm gonna go to the gym and at least try to get some cardio in after this, and then try to do these reverse hypers again. And hope that's not what hurt my back. It was fucking rolls, doing cable rolls, and just I was doing. It wasn't like a big moment. It was like something just felt didn't feel right, and then the next day I just woke up and it was just like stiff as shit. Pause. So most of my vacation has been ate up. I'm gonna try to take some extra days off though in January and February if I can, because I feel like I didn't get the most out of this vacation. At least take a couple days off. Get something. But listen, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. It's very useful. See, that's why I'm trying to strengthen my back. I want to strengthen and bulletproof my lower back to make it so that's less likely. And same with my knees. I want my knees to be stronger and my back to be stronger. And because these are also like longevity indicators, right? People with back issues and people with knee issues have a little less longevity. I mean, obviously weight, right? It's just, the ultimate goal to get that off. But one of the ways to get off, building muscle is a very underrated thing. I think people have in fact, know people have a real, because of the post-steroids, post-bodybuilder era, they have like a really crazy view on it. But building muscle in general helps burn fat a lot easier. And also muscle, especially leg muscle, is an indicator of balance and longevity long term. But yeah. So that's why I want to bulletproof my back. So I'm just gonna use less weight. And I'm just gonna use less weight and do a ton more reps. So that's the one thing I kind of hate, doing a ton of reps, because it's but oh well. We'll just have to that's just what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get used to it. I had to get used to it. We'll keep going stream wise. If you weren't here earlier, yeah, it's never bad. Just sometimes you just gotta modify. Exactly. That's what I'm gonna have to do. You were here earlier. We made a fucking sample, or we made an instrument out of the fucking smoke detector beep in honor of me nearly falling off the fucking ladder, which I didn't almost fall off the ladder. I was just worried about it because I felt like Jeff Hardy on this fucking ladder trying to change the smoke detector. And the fact that went off, and I had to run to Walmart right before they closed, get a fucking ladder because the step stool didn't go high enough. Hope to God I don't fall off the ladder. I didn't even put the smoke detector back on right, but it's up there. And so I talked about that, and it's like, hey, the beat, which I'm sick of the, I like racist jokes as much as the next man. I've told a few. I'll continue to tell. But the racism on fucking social media, especially like Instagram, sometimes it's a bit too much, man. Sometimes it's a bit too much. It's like, come on, bro. Y'all do not hate us that much. Y'all buy too much rap music and too much NBA merch to be acting like y'all just hate black people like this. Like, stop. You're just trolling on the internet. Relax. Hate to smoke the chirp. Yeah, that's the thing. Burning to death in the bed would be worse. So I replaced it. I replaced the batteries. And that's nothing. So I got 9-volt, but it was fucking AA. I already had AA. I didn't, but whatever. Fuck it. So that chirp, I now have that beep, so I can make beats with it. And I may make a viral thing with it. Who knows? Shout out to, I think Brandon Holland suggested that, if he's still here. And I don't know if Wade is still here. I feel bad. I feel bad. So many people feel. And I know, isn't it, girl? You say you don't trust people. I get it. I get it. Life gets. People not everybody's trustworthy. But I wish y'all the best because you might find somebody. Don't close yourself totally off. You never know. You never know. I'm not gonna patronize you like say you will. You might not. You might not. You might be right. Right. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I always thought that the concept of soulmates was maybe too much. 'Cause I think with soulmates goes an entitlement that you're going to find somebody. I think soulmates may even be a more damaging concept too, going back to that nobody's ever good enough for you type thing. Pretty much ruined. Just got to work on me. A lot to do with your health. Fair enough. And that's another thing. You get to a point where there's just other stuff your resources have to be focused on, and I understand that. Where it's just like, man, I can't focus the resources and time that it would take to find somebody, because that time and that effort needs to be focused on something else. I understand that as well, because that's a real thing. That's a big way of how I feel. Like I don't have the energy to put towards a relationship. I would be a terrible relationship. I'm not in the headspace. Maybe in 5 years I'll feel differently. And maybe by then it's too late. Who knows? We'll see. I'm not in a rush though. And wait, life is short. Those 5 years ago before nothing. But I'm sitting there trying to buy a home, still doing this music thing, still doing this. Be nice for this to at least be side hustle space. I don't know. Not quite ready to leave as far as the stream. I'm trying to see if I can go with another subject to continue. We already gone. How long have we been doing this? Used to be on YouTube quick, easier. Close to an hour and a half. Maybe we should just end it here. I don't want to just retread either. Comfortable in your own company? Hey, there's no shame in that. There's definitely something we all need as well. There's something to be said about being comfortable in your own skin, being comfortable with yourself. Because there's something to be said about the overstating of relationships too, right? The overrating of it. Because I think a lot of people get pushed into relationships socially, culturally, when maybe they're not ready. That's what my brother was saying. Who knows? But on that bombshell, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I may, if I'm still up, do like a morning game stream, because I've been meaning to stream Tekken. I may play some offline though as well. So in any event, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. I will talk to all you guys and gals and they, them later. Peace.